Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma friends, so as you know, this practice is a kind of a path take us towards the liberation. So that is our main purpose. So as conventional beings, we have to have a purpose because human beings are goal-oriented living beings. So that's why we have to have a purpose, and that purpose, when that person become a higher purpose, so itself your life going to become more progress and successful. And when it come to that purpose and the path, so these two things very necessary, and you have to be very clear. Even in tranquility meditation, even in vipassana meditation, this both help for you, because without a path also, without a higher purpose also, you can attain to tranquility state. As example, comfort, joy, satisfaction, happy. In day-to-day life, you can achieve to that. But the thing is, when you don't have the clear path, or when you don't have the higher purpose, what will happen? That happiness, that joy, it's become more conventional and shallow level of experience in your life. Another thing is, sometimes our happiness, joy, satisfaction, calmness, comfort can lead us to unprofitable action. So this is the very risky part of the mind. Our happiness, our joy, our tranquility state, our comfort can lead us to unprofitable action. So the path is your higher purpose is the one that hold you from that and keep you when you are in happy tranquility and when you are calm. Use that calmness or the tranquility state to a profitable action. So that's how your life become more and more and more progress and comfortable. So that is the important thing with the path and the goal. Another thing is, now when you have the clear path and when you have the clear vision or the purpose, there's something else happening. So that is our habits. So our habits always come against us and always keep struggling with the path and the higher purpose. So some people, they become more comfortable with the habits and they don't want to struggle with that, and they go with the same thing. And some people even look for the purpose and know the purpose, but still they cannot get out of the habit. But when it comes to the path and the purpose, and then you have the teachings. That is the important part of the teachings. Clear the path and clear the vision or the purpose, and giving tools to yourself to reach to that. So that is teachings, and that is what you have to practice. So the teachings and the practice also a kind of like a habit. So listen this very carefully. Sometimes it's a habit is a habit. It doesn't matter good or bad. But in this path of this wisdom path, what is the difference with the habit? So you use the habit to destroy the habit. But in the wisdom path of this habit has power to once it destroy the negative habit, whatever inside you, and then after that, that profitable habit also going to disappear itself, and then it transform to something better quality. So the unprofitable habit, the very nature of it is, it always accumulate and stay with that in the same level of habit. As example, so if somebody doing what kind of the action that make that person disappointed, any habit in conventionally that you can take as a habit as eating, sleeping, and drinking, smoking. So you take whatever the habit, and then it always increase that whatever the action that you the habit. Once you have the regarding eating, you start you eating, you cannot stop it. Once the habit become more stronger than you, it overtake your consciousness, then you go out of the control. It take you, it's like a current. So then, but the profitable habit with the wisdom path, it is totally different. It come as a habit in the beginning. Every day you keep doing it and repeating it. It kind of like you develop a habit, and that habit in the beginning go and attack the unprofitable habit. And once the unprofitable habit disappear, so this habit itself has power to release from the habit and become a more unprofitable, bring more becoming more profitable action. So it's kind of like antidote for the habit. So you use the habit to destroy the habit. So that is the teachings. So then as example, practicing meditation. So you keep practice it. Then it become habit. But then that doesn't mean you get addicted to practice meditation. No, you practice meditation, and then once you release that, once you get out of the busy mind, and from there you go to the wisdom. Once you reach to the wisdom, and there is no practice anymore. So like that, it always remember, you need, when you are walking this path, you need certain kind of some habits to develop yourself until you come to a certain level. So that habit you have to look within yourself and start to have the self-discipline. And it because the self-discipline, one thing is it keep you in the path and it take towards the goal. Another thing is it make you more stronger. Because why? Because naturally we are so weak. That as example, we don't do a lot of bad things because of, not because if it is bad sometimes, because we lazy to do that. We are lazy. So this inner laziness within us, the habit, and hold us with that, and that's why we go with the habit. And for the good also same. If you look very carefully, how many good things you think. Why you don't do it? Because inner we have laziness. So with the profitable habits, what happening? You get out of that laziness. And then the more and more and more, and you become stronger, stronger, stronger to practice. So then developing habits is important and related to your path, not whatever the habit, it doesn't work. So then you have to look what kind of areas I have to look, what kind of areas bring me this trouble end of the day, unhappiness. So look for that, because you are the one who suffering. And especially when you are in this path, there are few habits that you have to develop. So one is becoming kind of like calm. It start to develop it as a habit, because we are now becoming kind of like a more busy, kind of like a robot. We like to be fast. So start to become slow while you doing actions. And as a habit, take a rest a little bit. So these all habits will lead you to the path of the, the profitable development. Another thing is maybe the once a while, then you start to look deeply as a habit. All conditions, things impermanent. Just start to like sometimes you think about a vacation, and sometimes you think about doing something, like that. Sometimes take time, 1 minute, 2 minutes, deeply go and just see as a habit. This all conditions, things impermanent. And practicing generosity is another way that you can. Maybe there's nothing to give, maybe you have no opportunity to give, but there are many other ways that you can contribute to that. Little by little, little by little. So as example, that you start to think about nature. Maybe you have no place to grow any trees, but you get out of plastic. So that is a kind of like a habit that you contribute to your path. You have no place to plant a tree, but if you cannot plant a tree, at least don't cut a tree. So like that, you develop it in your mind. So another thing is, you're not killing people, or you're not killing animals. Of course you don't do it, but at the same time, you don't do it and don't appreciate whoever do that. So you don't smuggle, you don't sell drugs, you don't sell weapons, you don't do it. And at the same time, have a habit that whoever do that, don't encourage them, get out of it, that mindset. So clear your mind from the view that you carry, and that is become a habit, and you contributing to the path. So you don't do wrong, but at the same time, if you see somebody doing wrong, and sometimes it because of your friends, your family members, your children, because of the relationships, you just say it is okay. No, when you are developing a habit, see, that's lazy. You become lazy when you see the relationships. That it is a kind of like a root defilement that hold you to the samsara. So that's why, as a habit, you get out of it. So like that, remember, these are kind of like antidotes. These are kind of like habits you use to destroy the habits that carry inside you. See, nowadays when you do surgeries, it is in outside, it is kind of like a material, it's like a piece of cloth. It's kind of like a plastic. But when they do the operations inside this body and they put that cloth or some material things, but what is happening by the time when the wound that get healed, that place get healed, what happening to that piece of cloth or plastic? It dissolve, it disappear. By healing, little by little, it disappear. So you have to develop the habits also like that. You have to do the habits to destroy the habits, and when you get healed, and anymore that the profitable skill that you develop is not also a habit. You get out of that also. So like that, little by little, there is a one thing that kind of like a becoming generous. So becoming generous is a kind of like, you can become kind of like a habit. One of the good example. So there was a king in Africa in 14th century. And he was the most wealthiest person still in the world, the history, in the human history. His name is Mansa Musa. So this African king, the Mansa Musa, that he had so much wealth. He used to collect gold and gems and everything. His palace was full of wealth. And one day he thought to go a caravan, pilgrimage to Mecca. And that time, whoever go pilgrimage, it is a one-way journey. And you don't know that you will come back or not. So then this is the Mansa Musa is the one who had in the human history, he is the one who had longest caravan. So he made a caravan with all the camels and thousands camels. And each camel hold that so much gold and gems and all the wealth pearls. So much wealth. And the thousand people, servants, and whoever used to work in his palace. So everybody joined for this caravan. So then Mansa Musa start his caravan, his pilgrimage to Mecca. So on the way, what happened? So wherever he stopped by, he start to give gift little by little from his gold, gems, pearls. So whatever that, all the things. So start to give whatever the things. And other things on the way, all his servants, people, and some used to feel more comfortable in one place, and then he asked the permission, "Oh king, I like to stay here. Can I settle down?" So what he did, he gave some gift, or you, because now he go for a pilgrimage. It's a kind of like a one-way journey, So he gave little gift. Okay, you used to be my good servant, and now it is okay. Start your own life. He gave some gold and some money and help for that person, and he moved. And then he came to Egypt and Cairo and all the way. So he went to the Middle East. On the way, everywhere, what he did, and some place he saw, and the poor people, and he stopped by and gave some money. And he saw some places no temple or mosque to worship, so he gave money to build a mosque. So like that, somehow by the end of his journey to Mecca, he had 2 camels with a full of gold and 2 people. Other everybody on the way, that he freed them and he helped them, he settled down them because of according to their wish. And then he, after he did his religious activities, and he offered that one full of gold and everything to the temple, the mosque, and then that he released all his say the people and all other 2, and then he himself by foot returned to his kingdom. And then on the way, now he empty, nothing. But on the way, he then later he recognized on the way that everybody respect him and take care of him and worship him, appreciate him. And even the Mansa Musa was kind of, he was kind of like now he finished his pilgrimage and he was so free, happy, and he didn't think about this anything. And on the way, but he started to enjoy this, how these people, and even he forget that now he is the king because no one around him. Now everybody have their own life. And he was so happy in the journey. By the time he reached to his kingdom called Mali in Africa, and then he was so happy. And then after that pilgrimage, he earned the most of people's heart. And that is why even in the history it say, he is the most richest in conventional life, that he is the most richest person in the entire human history. Why? Because no one else, no any king able to win the human heart. How he win that way? Because free them, make them settle down, help them, sharing whatever he had, and allow them to have their own way. So that is, see, once we go kind of like, and it says, and that was one of kind of a most successful spiritual pilgrimage. So that is the important part I want to mention yourself. And sometimes we go temples, we have a lot of things, to monks, offer the monks, offer to the Buddha. But on the way, sometimes you see people, they don't have anything to eat. Maybe you see next to traffic light, help me. And maybe he don't have anything to eat. And you have a lot of fruits in your bag and to offer to the Buddha. Or you go for a pilgrimage to temple, but you don't see that humanity, or you don't see that person and telling, I am hungry, please help me. And when you look that, you look away and you go to temple and you offer and you feel so happy, you complete your spiritual journey. So that is not a journey that what the Buddha mentioned, remember that. That's why when it comes to the first 60 monks, what the Buddha mentioned, you have to remember that. Always you have to remember. Charita bhikkave charikam bahujana hitaya bahujana sukhaya. For the great benefit of the people, more people, and start your journey. So the greatest benefit is that you can share, that you can give the wisdom. But at the same time, without developing a connection, without sharing our heart with us, before that we share the Dhamma. Remember, before we share our wisdom, you have to know to share your heart and share your hand. If you don't know how to share your hand and your heart, you cannot share your wisdom. It's not going to happen. As parents, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, or the husband, wife, always remember yourself. That is a deeper, profitable skill that you develop to even that help for your liberation. What is that? Develop a discipline or develop a habit yourself to share yourself, share your life, and that sharing will help you to 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 release a lot of unnecessary habits, and also that sharing will help you to get out of this conventional state and get that attain to the liberation. So always in this path, that's why this spiritual path is more beautiful and you can more enjoy the path. So remember, you have to have the path and you have to have a vision or the goal or the will, and then you have to have the teaching. So Buddha provide this everything, A to Z, and there is nothing, any place that you can go wrong. There is no way. That map is the one of the clear map that you can attain to enlightenment. So get the benefit, but it is not for everybody. It's up to you. Maybe you have something, you enjoy something, so it's go for it, do it, enjoy it, have fun. But in case one day if you look, this is enough for me, there's nothing for me, I need something better than this, and then take little time and start to practice yourself, and then you will see, you will find the path. It is available for anybody, it is available in anywhere, and it is available in any time. But we are not going to be forever. We not going to be for that any time. So our time is limited. Our space is very limited. Our ability is very limited. So that very limited time and try to get into this unlimited experience. So that is, it is your choice. And so think about it, and again and again yourself, and develop the profitable skill to get out of unprofitable skill, and then that profitable skill will help you to transform your life to liberation. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata ca ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.